AJ has a lot of energy. He's young. He wants to show it. He has these big muscles that give him confidence. He wants to demolish people right in front of him. Those muscles give him a lot of confidence. But did you hear about boxing? It's the sweet science. Otherwise, Johnny Nelson would have done the same thing. He would have been pumped up like that. Every other person would have been like that and would have smashed people. Boxing is the sweet science. The ice is thin. The most vicious boxers were conquered. I have a lot of respect for Anthony and what he's doing. His commitment and physical ability, he can box, he can lift weights, he's strong. He can be a CrossFit world champion actually. He has great capability. I believe he could do it. There are a lot of boxers doing it, but CrossFit is not boxing. A mistake? No. I'm sorry. Should I wait another 5 years? I can't. The opportunity is now. Everything has its time. I don't want to hear, oh, it was too early for him, or that Klitschko is over the hill. He wants to become a billionaire, which is a great ambition. The question is, before the tax or after the tax? I'm very critical of myself. Probably the most critical man in the team. At 41, I'm still raw. He is, in a certain way. He's improved, he's accelerated a lot, but he's still raw. We have seen a marked improvement, and we will see on the 29th of April more improvement. I hope both fighters get through it injury-free, so there are no excuses. No issues, no other issues. Those are the words of former world heavyweight champion Wladimir Klitschko talking about his upcoming showdown with the current IBF world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua. Pretty interesting comments there. He's talking about Joshua being a supreme athlete, but not necessarily being a supreme boxer. And there is a very big difference. Most of us have seen the video clips of Anthony Joshua training over the past few years, and they're very impressive. For a guy that big, to be that athletic, to be able to perform the athletic tasks that he can in the gym, doing mostly non-boxing related exercises, is astonishing. You don't see big guys who can move that way and do the kind of things that he can do very often. But those exercises don't always translate into the boxing ring. Klitschko is a guy who does plenty of those kind of exercises himself, but the majority of the Klitschko training that I see is boxing related. He's moving around in the ring. He's honing and tweaking his technique. At the highest level, being athletically gifted and in great physical condition is very important. But what's even more important is technique. Because if you have the superior technique, you can trump the guy who has superior athleticism a lot of the time, as long as your athleticism is at least fairly close to his. Sometimes even when it's not at all close to his, if your skill level is that much better and your technique is that much better, you can still beat him. Does Anthony Joshua concentrate too much on all of these fancy training activities which look great on Instagram and video clips, but are not particularly relevant in a boxing ring? We know we can probably bench and squat all kind of crazy weight, but there are plenty of guys who can do that. Maybe even down your local gym. None of them could get in there and beat Wladimir Klitschko. You understand what I'm saying? So does Joshua do the wrong kind of training, or too much of certain types of training and not enough concentrating on boxing and technique? I guess we'll find out when he steps in the ring with Wladimir Klitschko. But that's certainly what Klitschko seems to imply. That Joshua is a great athlete, great physical specimen, but too raw and too unpolished and basically too unskilled. I mean, not skilled enough at least to get the job done against Wladimir on April 29th. Let me know how you feel in the comment section below. Hopefully I've given you some food for thought. and some food for discussion. All right? It's happening. I'm out.